A nation which forgets its defenders will be itself forgotten. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. Let us have peace. The art of war is simple enough. Find out where your enemy is. Get at him as soon as you can. Strike him as hard as you can, and keep moving. The best luck of all is the luck you make for yourself. I will fight with every means in my power. I will fight with every weapon that God has given me. I have never advocated war except as a means of peace. In every battle there comes a time when both sides consider themselves beaten. Then he who continues the attack wins. The best way to get along with people is to let them alone. I do not believe in a policy of suppression. I felt like anything rather than rejoicing at the downfall of a foe who had fought so long and valiantly, and had suffered so much for a cause, though that cause was, I believe, one of the worst for which a people ever fought, and one for which there was the least excuse. Anything is better than indecision. We must decide. Let us labor for the security of free thought, free speech, pure morals, unfettered religious sentiments, and equal rights and privileges for all men, irrespective of nationality, color, or religion. Hold fast to the Bible as the sheet anchor of your liberties. Write its precepts in your hearts and practice them in your lives. The friend in my adversity I shall always cherish most. I can better trust those who help to relieve the gloom of my dark hours than those who are so ready to enjoy with me the sunshine of my prosperity. Nations, like individuals, are punished for their transgressions. Wars produce many stories of fiction, some of which are told until they are believed to be true. Although a soldier by profession, I have never felt any sort of fondness for war, and I have never advocated it, except as a means of peace. Our great modern republic, may those who seek the blessings of its institutions and the protection of its flag remember the obligations they impose. The will of the people is the best law. The right of revolution is an inherent one. Two commanders on the same field are always one too many. It is preposterous to suppose that the people of one generation can lay down the best and only rules of government for all who are to come after them, and under unforeseen contingencies. All secret oath-bound political parties are dangerous to any nation, no matter how pure or how patriotic the motives and principles which first bring them together. If you see the president, tell him from me that whatever happens, there will be no turning back. But my later experience has taught me two lessons. First, that things are seen plainer after the events have occurred. Second, that the most confident critics are generally those who know the least about the matter criticized. It is men who wait to be selected, and not those who seek, from whom we may expect the most efficient service. When news of the surrender first reached our lines, our men commenced firing a salute of 100 guns in honor of the victory. I at once sent word, however, to have it stopped. The Confederates were now our prisoners, and we did not want to exult over their downfall. I never wanted to get out of a place as much as I did to get out of the presidency. I'm afraid I'm elected. Venice would be a fine city if it were only drained. There never was a time when, in my opinion, some way could not be found to prevent the drawing of the sword. No other terms than unconditional and immediate surrender. I propose to move immediately upon your works. Lee's army will be your objective point. Wherever Lee goes, there you will go also. The distant rear of an army engaged in battle is not the best place from which to judge correctly what is going on in front. I would suggest the taxation of all property equally, whether church or corporation, exempting only the last resting place of the dead and possibly, with proper restrictions, church edifices. Ah, you know my weaknesses, my children and my horses. But for a soldier his duty is plain. He is to obey the orders of all those placed over him and whip the enemy wherever he meets him. In politics, I am growing indifferent. I would like it if I could now return to my planting and books at home.